So again, just short of a length and beautifully played by Singh. So it turned into a late cut. They're going to come back for 2.
Playing that fine.
Samaru, good line and length again. Samaru, Singh. Again, it's a late cut. It was in the air for a second or two. Very safe. And one of the best fielders of the series, Singh. Oh, shortish delivery and turned away. Looks like it came off the glove. They think of 2. Shortish delivery again. Well played by. Pitched up and Ritu Singh gets under this one. And it's going to be over mid-off. 1 bounce, 2 bounces into the ropes.
Nice and
First bounce. That one spun on second term. Just short of a delivery by Calendar, right up
to support the development of women's cricket.
So going on tour.
In return, they would bring their team over here later on in the summer, which is what's happening today. World T20 qualifier that's happening in the UAE, in Abu Dhabi to be exact. Our women's team is going to go there a bit early, play in a quadrangular series against Thailand board. He's worked directly with the girls, mostly in the tournament setting. Of course, maximizing the days in between for a couple of training sessions, but we would definitely want clearly on top.
General subject, men's, women's. Oh, this one's down through backward point, and that's 4 runs. Second boundary rather of the innings, coming off the bat of Ritu Singh. Outside of stump, and she did the rest.
All she had to do was place it, and she did that to perfection. Plenty of.
Getting those parents involved. Is it easy? Is it hard?
Well, at least from my point of view, it's very easy.
And that is a second consecutive boundary. Ritu Singh in full flow. 30 without loss.
Beautifully played. Yes, it was a top edge, but she went for it. The bounce was there. She went over that.
We host a couple of talent identification events. They don't, beyond the World Cup, I should say, beyond the January 2023 World Cup, in 6 years' time, if cricket is to be included in the LA 2028 Olympiad, they're, eating what they need to, that they're getting as fit as they can. So the output that we see here, it's really because of their efforts, their commitment, and they continue to provide it just very willingly. It's really a strength of our U.S. cricket community, and we've been able to utilize it to great effect. So just a huge thank you.
Well, chasing 95.
These teams have. Oh, and Ritu Singh has played through the line of the ball. There's a long off there, a long single. Cut away by Mulapuri. James is there. Could be a run out. There is an appeal. Not sure if so. Collected it.
Didn't having the time to play herself in, but playing such an important hand, so important.
Driven by Singh, it was right into her toes, almost like a Yorker. These players have it covered. Ramnath, Singh opens up, and that's out. Straight to point, no extra.
Well, this one's in the air, it's over the top of short mid-wicket. It is going to be one. We already talked about Ritu Singh, aggressive bat, so make sure you have a clear head. Big swing down the ground. It's going to beat mid-off, and it's going to be 4 runs. This is what we talked about, the power of Ritu Singh. She's a very aggressive player, and she gets one in the gap. It's
very nicely.
Again, goes down the ground. This time straighter, but that mid-off has moved into the deep, so just going to be 1 run, and Ritu Singh will retain strike.
Ashmini Munisar.
Offering it up, it's sliced up into the air. It's just going to be over the top of the infield and going to be 1 run.
The ball has taken wickets.
This one is cut to backward point. A quick single take, and Ritu Singh shows off the dive and gets home in the end. The USA, any time to think. Ritu Singh slashes this one through the offside. Hits so firmly. It beat the fielder in short cover. But a great work out there at sweeper cover. Keeps it to just some wider, now one straighter. This one looked like it was intentionally directed into that area. And Ritu Singh wants to. And she goes and gets to. The dive comes out. Again, Zeta James, who is just struggling over there, unable to get to it quickly. An interesting way she played that shot, though, Ritu Singh.
It felt like Munisar slowed that ball down. The intent is also being shown. It rubs off.
Game back in the favor of the West Indies. This time much straighter. It's pushed out to wide mid-off, and a little bit of a fumble makes it an easy single.
Over earlier.
This one flat bats it straight to that fielder at mid-on.
Being up with the run rate again now.
This time bat on ball up in the air over the top of cover inside the circle, and it's going to be 4 runs all the way down the boundary.
Her last over.
This one just nudged down the leg side. Going to be at least 1, and they're thinking about 2. They hopped out of it. This time a slower delivery right on the toes. They go for the quick single. Ritu Singh in a bit of trouble, and another dive being brought out from Ritu Singh. Again, we've seen her on consistent occasions be hesitant to take that single. That time nearly resulted in a wicket, but she's put out the dive 3 or 4 times and been safe all 4.
Yes, Mitchell there at.
This one is cut away, but cut straight to Zeta James out of the commentator's mouth. As Ritu Singh puts this full toss into the leg side for 1. This one just pushed into the offside. Gonna get
That extra cover fielder.
this time it's over the top, and it's gonna be over the mid-off fielder. Gonna be 2 runs out in the deep. These two, they're not gonna slow down. They're not waiting for anything. They're going after that world-class attribute. So far, Disha Dhingra is showing off all her shots.
Disha Dhingra, completely different types of players.
As this one is pushed away, gonna get 1. As this one is pushed away into the covers, gonna be 1 out to sweeper.
And bowled tight. We've seen them do it.
That one just evades that fielder in ship. This one again slashed, and again into that same area of the ground. Able to perform and get over the line. As this one is a drag down, heaved over the leg side, and that's going to be 4 runs, and those are the winning runs for the USA off the bat of Ritu Singh. A drag down, and ever so easy for Ritu Singh. That's 4 runs as the 16th over comes to a close, and the USA